Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to ask, what epiphanies are they having? We're going to ask the Divine Masculine with Beautiful Creatures cards and other decks as to what epiphanies are they having at this time. And we're also going to ask the Zen Tarot deck for the Divine Feminine what epiphanies they're having along with the other decks as well. Please feel free to switch roles if you identify more so with the other side, as we are all the Divine Masculine and we are all the Divine Feminine. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's ask the Divine Masculine, what epiphanies are you having at this time? Just in general, what epiphanies are you having at this time? Two cards. In general, what epiphanies are you having? Two cards. What kind of epiphanies are the Divine Masculine having at this time? Two cards. Interesting. Oh boy. Okay, so the epiphany that they're having is Eight of Swords and the Two of Cups reversed. That's very interesting. It's almost like the epiphany that they're having is that they understand that there is a link to the fact that they are imprisoning themselves in some way. It's like the Divine Masculine understands that the relationship is not intact, that the twin flames are not back together due to the fact that there's some kind of either limited thinking or something to do with something from the past that's imprisoning them. And that is imbalancing the twin flame relationship. So, but let's get a clarifier. Why is this here? Why is this here? Why is Eight of Swords here? The fact that I see a child makes me think it has something to do with inner child work, imprisoning themselves over something that happened to them as a child. All right, so, but let's get more here. Let's get more. Can I get a clarifier, please? Why is this here? Why is Two of Cups reversed with the Eight of Swords? Why is this here? One card. One card for the Divine Masculines. All right, yes. Inner skills, the Magician reversed. Right. So it's almost like they feel like they're unable to manifest this relationship at this time due to they feel like they are imprisoning something. Something happened. Skeletons in the closet. I'm also getting here with the skeletons and the shadows. Something from the past. They're imprisoning themselves with these thought patterns. So, and they're realizing that they are somehow blocking the relationship. That is a huge epiphany for the beautiful Divine Masculines. Let's look at the Divine Feminine. What epiphany is the Divine Feminine having, please? What epiphanies? Two cards. What epiphanies? What epiphanies are the Divine Feminines having? Two cards for the collective Divine Feminines, please. What epiphanies are they having? What are the epiphanies for the Divine Feminine? Interesting. So this is interesting. So what I'm getting from these two cards is the Divine Feminine. The epiphany that they're having is that they really just need to relax and enjoy their lives and just really feel into the magic and abundance of their own lives and not be so fighting and not be so controlling, to stop fighting for something instead of just laid back and said, you know what, what's mine can't leave me. It's almost like that old saying. It's like, if it was meant for you, it'll come back, or it'll, what will come back what was always meant for you will always come back to you. Okay, it will never leave you, right? If it never comes back, it was never yours, but if it comes back, it was always meant for you. And it's almost like the Divine Feminine understands this and is just enjoying life, Okay, this epiphany, I'm going to enjoy life. Life is short. This huge epiphany. Life is short. I could die tomorrow. I could die in a week. I could die next year. What am I doing wasting my time fighting for this, fighting for something, or trying to control something? It doesn't even have to be about their twin flame. It could be something else. It's like, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm going to enjoy my life as if it were the last day of my life because, life is short and I'm just going to live. I'm going to live. I love it. So that is a huge epiphany for the divine feminine. All right, let's get some more epiphanies. What kind of epiphany? Now, we're going to get more from the deck too, but just out of curiosity, what is the epiphany that the divine masculine is having over their divine feminine specifically? What epiphany is the divine masculine having about their divine feminine specifically? Two cards. Two cards. What specifically two cards are they having their epiphany on? Aw. It's almost like it's like if their epiphany about their divine feminine, the King of Pentacles, is that they know what they want, and that's their divine feminine. It's like they're going to be loyal. So we have the Five of Wands here, which they call decisions, okay? And so with these decisions, it's like when they think about it and they feel like they have to make a decision, they feel like they need to be loyal to their divine feminine. Any decision they make is going to have their divine feminine. Their epiphany is that any kind of decision that they make in their life, it has to include their divine feminine, right? Like it has to be a win-win situation, and they're doing these and they're making these decisions based on what's best for them and their divine feminine. I find that very interesting. But let's get a clarifier here. Why is this here on epiphany? The divine masculine, what epiphany are they having about their divine feminine? Kind of a clarifier from Two of Wands and King of Pentacles. Why is this here? Why is this here? Yeah, they're not going to be flexible about it. Yeah, they're going to be loyal. There's no flexibility here. They're going to be loyal to their divine feminine, and that's that. Very interesting. All right, let's look at the divine feminine. What is the epiphany that the divine feminine is having when it comes to their divine masculine? Two cards. What epiphany is the divine feminine having over their divine masculine? Two cards. Aw. So we got past lives reversed and we got aloneness. That's interesting. So the epiphany that they're having about their divine masculine. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that the divine feminine, they understand that this is a past life relationship. They do. They understand about the divine masculine, this is a past life relationship. They also understand that the divine masculine, their epiphany is that they want to be alone, is what I'm getting. It's like they're having this epiphany that their divine masculine wants to be alone, but it has to do with a block based on their past lives. That's what I'm getting. That's interesting. But let me get a clarifier here. Why is this here? Why is past lives reversed with aloneness? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's like, but the divine feminine understands that it has to do with their past life. What is this about? Flowering reversed. Yeah, it's like they're not growing yet. They're still working on karma. Oh, that's what they're telling me. It's like, so this is what they're telling me. So the epiphany that the divine feminine is having, so the divine masculine needs to be alone right now because they're working on some kind of karma, some karmic things. And so they're unable to grow until this karma is worked on. What else? What else is the divine feminine? What other epiphanies is the divine feminine having about their divine masculine? One card. One card. What other epiphanies are they having? And it could be the same thing where it could be the other way where the divine feminine is thinking about their divine masculine. Their epiphany is that they need to be alone right now because they're working on some ancestral or past life work. And so they're still growing. So it's like they're still working on themselves. But we also have projection reversed. That's interesting that it's reversed. So I need a clarifier in that, because if it was upright, then I would understand that the epiphany is that the divine feminine understands that there's a projection going on. There's like an inner, like whatever is going on inside the divine feminine's epiphany is that it's being mirrored back to them from their divine masculine. But it's reversed. And it's clarified by adventure reverse. So it's almost like, that's so weird. It's almost like the divine feminine wants to walk away from this adventure. It's like the divine feminine. It's like the divine feminine understands that it's a projection, but it's not really embodying it. Does that make sense? It's like the divine feminine intellectually knows. The epiphany is the divine feminine intellectually knows that it's a mirror, but is not embodying it. And in essence, kind of wants to walk away from the adventure of the mirror, wants to walk away from the mirror. That's interesting. Kind of another clarifier. Why is this here? Why is projections reversed with adventure reversed, and how the divine feminine, what's the epiphany of the divine feminine? And then because of this, the dream. So the dream, the divine feminine, the epiphany is that the divine feminine is coming to this epiphany that it's just a dream, is what I'm getting. It's almost like this is not going to be something that's going to come to fruition. It's just a dream. It's not going to happen. And I should perhaps walk away from this adventure. Understanding that it's a mirror, but getting kind of tired of the mirror. That's very interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more epiphanies. So let's look at divine masculine first. Let's get 2 cards. What other epiphanies are the divine masculine having about their divine feminine? What epiphanies are the divine masculine having in general? Just in general. What's an epiphany? What epiphanies are the divine masculine having in general? 2 cards. 2 cards. What epiphany? Oh, interesting. So the epiphany is, one of them is gossip. That's very interesting. So it's almost like well, let me just see what this one says. Let's see if it's related. Feeling of abandonment. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the child orphan and gossip. So what I'm getting here is that the divine masculine, an epiphany that the divine masculine is having, is that they're feeling abandoned. They're going through this, and I totally relate to this. They have this abandonment feeling, right? Perhaps they feel abandoned by their twin flame, but really the mirror is, it could be that they're feeling abandoned by perhaps mother wounds or father wounds. Perhaps their mother left them, perhaps their father left them, and it's being mirrored back to them in relationships, specifically the twin flame relationship. So this is the epiphany, and they're also having this epiphany about so understanding the feelings of others, trusting others. That's interesting. That's so interesting. So it's almost like they want to trust in others. It's almost like they're listening from, I have to go by the picture with this one. It's like they're listening to what other people are saying, and it's almost like they want to trust other people's advice right now. It's like they need advice. Their epiphany is that they just want to be able to trust other people because they're feeling abandoned. They don't want to be alone right now. So they want to get some kind of I feel like they want advice from people. I don't know. Let me get more on this. Why is this here? This is a weird one. Why is gossip here with child orphan? I mean, the child orphan makes sense to me. The epiphany is that they're feeling pretty abandoned. But why is gossip here? Why is gossip here, please? Why is gossip here? Understand? Yeah, because they're not understanding. So this is what's happening. So they're feeling abandoned. They're not understanding, and because a lack of cards in this deck that don't explain what the lack of cards. What this is saying is that because they have such a lack of understanding, their epiphany is that they need to start asking other people now. It's like they're going to others when before they wouldn't talk to other people about this twin flame journey, and maybe they don't even know that it's a twin flame journey. But their epiphany is that they're feeling pretty abandoned. They've never felt this way before. They're not understanding what the heck is happening. And so now they're going to other people, but the gossip card is upright, so it's not the shadow, it's the light. And they're trusting what, like, others' advice. They're asking for advice on this. Their epiphany is that they can't do this alone. They need help, is what I'm getting. That's very interesting. All right, let's look at the Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, what is just some epiphanies in general for our beautiful Divine Feminines? What is the epiphanies for the Divine Feminine? Two cards. What is the epiphanies for the Divine Feminine? Two cards. Okay. Saboteur, but that is upright. It's in the light. Highlight your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Ooh, I love it. So it's like you're understanding that you have to go on this adventure. You're understanding that you're not sabotaging yourself, that this is something that you need to do to grow. I love this card. It's like you're having this epiphany that you need to take flight now, okay? It's like you can't be in fear of it, right? You cannot be in fear of your own self-empowerment. It's like you got to keep going. It's like, well, I've come this far. I'm not going to stop now, you know. At the same time, we have walking away from the adventure. Now, that's okay. That just could be your twin flame. But in this card, the epiphany is, but I need to keep going on my inner work. I need to keep going. And then we have student. So this is interesting. So it's almost like, and I relate to this card. So what this is saying is basically you're learning. So the Divine Feminine is learning many skills right now, right? Learning whatever it is, shadow work, inner child work, how to be all one, right? Everything that comes with a twin flame journey, but not embodying what they've learned. That's the problem. It's like intellectually knowing, but not embodying it. Okay. And so what they call this is arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. So it really is just the last sentence, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. But that's an epiphany that the Divine Feminine is having right now. The epiphany is, I'm learning all this stuff. I know all this stuff. I've heard it over and over and over, but am I really taking action on it? So it's like that's the epiphany that the Divine Feminine is having. All right, and then we'll just do one more epiphany. What's one more epiphany? What's one card? What's the epiphany that the Divine Masculine is having? One card. What is the epiphany that the Divine Masculine is having? One card, please. Okay, the Divine Masculine. But it came out reverse. So it's like the Divine Masculine, their epiphany is that they're really not surrendering to spirit right now. They're just not. They are instead surrendering to other things, surrendering to the shadows, surrendering to the abandonment, feelings of abandonment. And they wouldn't feel so abandoned if they were to surrender to spirit. I totally relate to this, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. When I do my emotion code, the biggest emotion that I'm releasing is abandonment. That's the biggest emotion and it's like almost like daily. It's like, what the heck, man? So I understand the inner child. I understand the wounding and the abandonment of me as a child. That I understand. But what I didn't understand, that it really meant that it was spirit that was trying to get in touch with me, is that I felt maybe abandoned by spirit, and perhaps even spirit felt abandoned by me. It goes both ways, as we are all one. Okay, and so understanding that spirit's here to support us. Okay, and that is beautiful. So it says, once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. So that's what I do, right? So like, for instance, last night there was a major storm, 80-mile-per-hour winds, was kind of scary. And so I said, okay, divine, I said, all my spiritual entourage, please surround me, and let's transmute this storm into something very calm, something very safe. And it worked. It really worked, because we were being told to stay away from windows. And it was like really scary. And so I really do just give it to the divine, and the divine helps me. I call on them. They help me. They surround me. And like magic, it works. It's really wonderful. Okay, so let's look at the divine feminine. Was that the divine feminine? That was the divine masculine. So this is the divine feminine. Divine feminine. What epiphany is the divine feminine having? What epiphany is the divine feminine having? One last card. What epiphany is the divine feminine having? Surrender your fear of change. Oh, I love this. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of change in your life, your health, or relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. Yes. Surrendering your fear to change. Yeah, that's a big one, huh? So the divine feminine having the epiphany that they need to release their fear of change, especially within themselves. Change in really just, oh my God, everything's changing, isn't it? And not having fear of it, right? That's beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and get some last messages. We'll just do one card. What does divine mask? Oh no, they're telling me two. We'll do two. What does divine masculine want their divine feminine to know? Two cards. What does divine masculine want their divine feminine to know? Two cards. Our connection still affects me. That's interesting. And it's reversed. And we have, you've been in my dreams reversed. That's very interesting. So I'm getting a twofold here. I'm getting like almost like the divine masculine is saying, like either I feel like the divine feminine is like I'm not in your dreams type thing. Or it's saying that with the dreams, it's saying that like I'm trying to get you out of my dreams. Like I'm trying to get you out of my dreams. Like it's like it's killing me. I need to get you out of my dreams. Like this is not all rainbows and unicorns and flowers anymore. This is painful. And I need to get you out of my dreams. It's almost painful, is what the divine masculine is saying with this. And our connection still affects me. And then this is saying, I'm trying not to allow this connection to affect me. I'm trying not to. It's too painful. It's like I'm trying to make it so this connection doesn't affect me. And I'm trying not to have you in my dreams, is what I'm getting. Yes, there's a lot of pain here. Because why? Because the divine masculine feeling abandoned. But here's the thing, it's a mirror. The divine feminine has no choice but to mirror back abandonment to the divine masculine. The divine feminine is not doing anything wrong. The divine feminine has to mirror back the wounds inside the divine masculine, and this would be inner child. How do I know this? Because this is the child orphan. Something happened as a child. Okay? That needs to be healed, okay? Something that needs to be faced. Otherwise, the divine masculine is going to keep ducking it and thinking it'll go away. thinking it's fine. Meanwhile, it's eating at them like a parasite. It's eating at them. They don't know. It's cancerous. That's what the divine masculine doesn't understand. When you don't work on your wounds, it's like a cancer. It's going to eat away at you. The divine feminine is helping you. They're mirroring this back to you so you can heal yourself, so you don't have to go through these deaths that people are going through, these diseases that people don't even know why they're going through it, right? They don't know why they're suffering with these illnesses. It's because of their inner wounds. That's why. Okay, so let's look at the divine feminine. What does the divine feminine want their divine masculine to know? Two cards. What does the divine feminine want their divine masculine to know? Wow, interesting. The divine feminine, another epiphany here. I just wasn't ready for you. I can relate to that. Holy crap. The first time I was in my relationship with my twin flame, I surely was not ready. Woo-wee, was I not ready. Like far from it. I had so many wounds. What got mirrored back to me, I cried every day. My cry, and I don't cry. I am not a crier. I don't cry. I cried every day. Okay, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me, is reverse. It's so funny. I keep getting this card over and over. And so again, the divine feminine is saying, I do take this personally. I very much take this personally, and it is you. But I'm also, same thing, divine feminines, please understand, your divine masculines have no choice but to mirror back to you your wounds inside of you. And it's to clear it, it's to bring it to the surface so you understand it, and so you work on it. And so again, you don't die of a debilitating disease that other people have died of, not understanding why they have disease in their bodies, not understanding what they're like what these wounds are doing to them. Okay, not understanding that it's making you well, whole again. Okay, well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for all of my new subscribers. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.